My name's Anthony Rizzo, and I'm the first baseman for the Chicago Cubs. And I'm living out my dream by playing baseball, especially here in Chicago at Wrigley Field in front of the best fans in the world. My path to Wrigley Field wasn't a straight one. In 2008, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. This story is about my family and families like mine. Because when a child is diagnosed with cancer, the entire family battles the disease.
Anthony was always very athletic. Even as a baby, he always wanted to play catch, and he loved to play outside, and was always very competitive, always determined. Anything he tried to do, until he could master what he was trying to do, he just kept doing it. And when he was in high school in his sophomore year, he was always great at baseball, playing baseball, just playing all the time. His first year in single A in Greenville, South Carolina, and he called me and he was like, I feel really run down. And a few days later, he still didn't feel right. His stomach wasn't feeling good. And then his legs swelled up. They ran a lot of tests, and that's when we found out that he had Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Each year, around 13,500 children are diagnosed with cancer in the U.S.
What went on when we first found out was just a mix of emotions. We had no idea what we were about to get into.
It was probably the worst feeling of my life to hear that news, and just to see his reaction. It was awful.
I was 18, I was playing baseball every day. I was going after my dream, and it was kind of taken all away. For them to come in and tell us, it was just kind of devastating.
Just like something came over him, and he just got strong, and he just was like, all right, let's get going. I want to get this out of my body. All the little stuff really doesn't matter. After you go through something like that, you just see everything a lot differently.
A very special opportunity to help out and give back, and it's something we said right when I was sick, that one day I'll be able to have my own foundation and help out with kids and families. And my parents are always put people first, and be able to wake up and walk and go brush my teeth. There's kids that have to have 24-hour guidance all the time and can't do anything on their own, and the family goes through it just as much as the patient. So to help out any way we can really helps out people, and it's easier to relate when I tell them that I went through the same thing and had cancer. It's even crazier when they perk up like, oh, really, no way.
My name is Ron. My hero is Anthony Rizzo. I like watching the Cubs games.
I see him so much, and it's fun to talk to him and think. But my best memory of him was when I met him first in the Spinal Tap room. He said hi, and what's her name? He gave me a tip about playing first base, which is catch the ball. When I grow up, I want to be a baseball player. Anthony Rizzo is my hero.
Only 3% of National Cancer Institute's $4.8 billion cancer research budget went to cover all 12 types of childhood cancer.
Nate has leukemia. He was diagnosed about 2 years ago in 2011, and had a fully healthy, normal life up until that point, and a couple things went kind of crazy, and we were hit sort of with a big curveball in our life.
My son developed a tumor, and he's getting treated here with chemotherapy, so we come here quite regularly now.
When we found out that he had leukemia, it was devastating. It was devastating.
It was really, really tough.
We got the diagnosis about 6 weeks ago, and it was a bit of a shock.
All this help that we've gotten from the hospital, from foundations like Anthony Rizzo's, it's been an amazing experience. It's really turned a completely negative thing into positive memories for our family.
Everybody who contributes in making the experience special and unique for these kids, we can't say enough how important that is.
I think for Nate, seeing someone that's a Major League Baseball player who's had cancer before is like a huge deal.
Like hearing that Anthony had cancer and overcame it and is such a good athlete, I think is an inspiration to Ram.
And he understands how many times it takes to be at bat, and sometimes you miss, sometimes you make it, and it just takes the determination. And I think that is very much in the character of Nate.
These foundations make a huge difference. To see a child who's going through treatment and look at Anthony and be like, I can be a Cubs player, then I can do anything. So it's a really amazing focal point for them to focus on while they're here, that they can do it.
Cancer is incredibly scary and impacts families emotionally and financially.
Over half of pediatric cancer families will file for personal bankruptcy because of the cost of fighting the disease.
It is my goal to give families the support they need to help and nurture each other. To give the kids suffering from cancer a chance to become a kid. To grow up to become someone's hero and live out their dreams.
Once upon a time, there was a boy who loved baseball. He played every day until he got cancer. His family and doctors helped him get better. The cancer went away, and now he plays baseball for Chicago Cubs. His dreams came true.
Keep doing what you love to do. Don't let a sickness determine that you're not allowed to do this anymore or do that anymore. Do what you enjoy that makes you smile and have fun, and it'll make you appreciate things. And when things are going well, you'll love them, and when things are going bad, you can't wait to do the normal things again.